guys, gals, non-binary pals, we have this has been a saga, okay, and I wasn't expecting it. So for those of you guys that might not know, Ethan Klein from the very popular H3H3 Productions, which is a very popular YouTube channel, which they also have a podcast. They have multiple podcasts. He's been recently, over the past few years, he's been dealing a lot with weight gain, and he's been trying to lose weight. And every time he's tried to lose weight, he's been pretty public with it, okay? He's talked about it a lot. He does make fun of himself a lot about his weight, and so it's definitely something that, for excuse my pun, that weighs on him quite a lot, right? So it's something that he talks about a lot, like a good amount. And so they put up a podcast highlight where he was talking about doing Nutrisystem, where that ended up being a complete failure and it didn't work. And then he decided that he was going to do keto because of the recommendation from one of the people that work on the podcast. He said that you should try keto, and then Ethan decided that he was going to try keto. So the title of this video that we are going to be reacting to today it says Ethan's diet had a tragic ending. So we're going to be talking about how keto went for Ethan. And I mean, honestly, I'm going to try and give advice in a way. I know he's not asking for it, and I know he doesn't care, but that's okay. The reason I do these videos is to hopefully help people that are actually watching them, not really because I think Ethan is going to see these videos and then somehow it's going to help him. Just being honest. Okay, let's see what he has to say about how keto went.
Right?
That's all.
Everybody's
false.
asking for an update on keto.
There's no keto. There's no diet.
Dude, I got super frustrated because I was in it for 2 weeks and I gained 2 pounds, and I was like, fuck this.
So this is one thing I will say is it's really interesting to hear him say that he was on keto for 2 weeks and that he gained weight, because one of the things with keto that really does help a lot of people, and I'm not a huge keto advocate, but I'm also not like super against it, but one of the reasons that a lot of people seem to be able to stick to keto, especially at the beginning, is because you cut out carbs and therefore you're not holding as much water, and you do lose weight really fast. Like, you drop weight very quickly. Not all of it's fat, most of it's not, right? The beginning of any diet, the very beginning, you're not going to lose a ton of fat super fast, right? But for a lot of people, you can lose weight very quickly on keto in the very beginning because you're not having the carbs and you're not holding on to as much water. So I'm very curious. I mean, it would be really interesting to be able to follow him around and see exactly what he was eating, because gaining weight on keto, if you were being strict, and I'm not going to say he's not actually doing it, but that is very, very interesting.
So I'm having a cheat week. I'm celebrating.
So I told Ethan.
A cheat week? Okay. Oh.
Why don't you follow me and eat what I'm eating? Wouldn't that be fun if we matched?
Fun. I tried it for half a day.
You didn't even give me a shot. You just ate my breakfast and then you were done.
Hila, with peace and
Which
love.
you said was good.
With peace and love. Well, then you pulled out a chocolate and I couldn't have any of that. So what is it? Am I on your diet or no? Either goes,
well, I'm trying to gain weight.
You're doing my diet. I'm going to eat this chocolate, but you can't have it. I was like, whose diet are we doing?
My diet.
Okay, so why don't I get the chocolate?
That I dictate for you.
Bullshit.
Keep eating, fatty.
You're a bullshit guru.
Okay,
So this is one of the things, and like I definitely feel for Hila here. Like, it's really, and this is a question I get like constantly, every day, almost every time I stream, I get a question of, hey, I'm losing weight and I'm doing really well, but I'm trying, like, my mom wants to lose weight, or usually it's, I want my mom to lose weight, or my partner or my brother or my sister or my friend. What can I do to motivate them? And like the truth of the matter is like there's nothing that you can do to push someone to lose weight unless they really want to. And so this goes for Hila, for the other people on the podcast that have tried to help Ethan, that for me, if we ever have actually had a conversation, like there's only so much I could do if he's not really willing to do it, and not just him, but like literally anybody, right? there's nothing that you can do in that situation to make someone do it. Because when it comes to weight loss, especially if there's like a massive amount that has to be lost or anything really, like it takes so much effort and it takes so much time. And with weight loss, it's something that you have to focus on consistently, right? It's not just okay, I did it for a few weeks, or I was doing it every once in a while. It's like, no, you have to be very consistent with weight loss. That's the most important thing. Consistency. And if you aren't fully into it, it's really, really hard to be super consistent. So I do feel for Ela and the other people that have tried to help him. And I mean, I feel for Ethan as well. Like it's hard to lose weight. And especially when you are, I know I'm going off on a tangent, but like, especially when you are a public figure and you have, people like me, but like so many people, I think I'm giving a good advice, but he has other people in his life and me, I guess, but that are always like, well, you should try this. You should try this. You should do this. You should do that. You should try this. And it's like, everyone's like, this is the answer. This is the answer. So it really can be overwhelming, right? So it's like, I think another thing that he's been struggling with is what I like to call paralysis by analysis. So it's really good in the age of the internet that we have so much information out there, because there's so much stuff that we can learn, but at the same time, there's so much stuff that it can become very overwhelming as well. Okay, I'll shut up.
Over it, and I'm not going to talk about it anymore. You do whatever you want.
Yeah, I know. It's exhausting for you to deal with it. I know. But you just trust the process.
I trust everything. I'm just out.
I'm taking a weekend
and
off.
It's not in a bad or good way. I'm just not going to talk about it.
No, I understand.
Just do whatever you want.
Yeah, thank you. Peace and love.
Dude, I totally... I'm sure so many of us can relate to what she's saying right there. It's like, hey, I want you to get better, but dude, I'm done, right? Like, there's nothing I can do about it. And it's just how it goes. Like, that's like what happens. I think that this is, I'm not saying Ethan has the same problems as like people on like My 600 Pound Life, but this is something that happens a lot with people in those situations as well. Like, a lot of people are like, how could the family member let that happen? Oh my gosh, that's so terrible. And like, in reality, like the family member, I'm sure most of the time they've tried to help many, many times, but eventually you're just like, I'm out. Like she said, I'm done. Like, I'm done. There's nothing I can do, because like I said, there really isn't anything you can do until the person that needs to lose the weight is ready to lose the weight 100%, and they're going to commit, regardless of who's watching, regardless of who's helping, regardless of if, Steve Zim, the transformation expert, is willing to help. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, it has to be 100% on you, the person that is trying to lose the weight.
I had some fucking pizza bagels this weekend. I was like, fuck this. I was like, fuck this.
Pizza bagels are very good. I used to have them all the time. It sucks though, because sometimes the middle is freezing cold and the outside is ready to burn your mouth off.
We bought like pizza bagels for Theodore. I'm like, fuck this. I'm eating his dumb.
It's not a bagel. It's
a little
pizza
bagel.
Bites.
You stole your son's pizza bagels?
Yeah, I stole all Theodore's pizza bagels. I literally
He's stealing my ice cream too.
I'm Elizzy and I'm awful.
I love pizza and I love people.
Papa, tell Ela that if pizza's healthy, right?
Pizza's totally healthy, I believe.
Tell Ela, Papa.
Pizza's actually very nutritious.
Yeah. What's the problem?
Yeah.
Pizza tonight?
I've had over 40 pizzas in the last 30
Come on, look
days.
at Papa. He's in great shape. Papa is in great shape.
Papa Flex.
Okay, so it looks like that's all that they talk about the diet stuff. But like, so what I want people to get from this video, right? Like, why did I even make this? I want to like make it very clear like how important it is for the person that is trying to lose the weight to be like 100% in, right? Like, that is the most important thing. This is why I get kind of frustrated when I see like online gurus be like, because they listened to my advice, they lost X amount of weight. It's like, no, they were fully in and they did the work. Like, you didn't do anything for that person other than give them some guidance, right? Like, I hate when I see stuff like that. It really just gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, it bothers me, because if you are someone that is losing weight, you are the one that isn't, that is abstaining from certain things that you would maybe otherwise like to have. You are the person that's pushing yourself in the gym. You are the person that's doing XYZ thing. And so it's so important to understand that. And the reason I'm saying this is that on the flip side, because I guarantee if you're someone that has lost a lot of weight, you have people in your life that are coming to you that are going to ask you to help them to lose weight, right? So it's important to not feel bad because you give this person the information, you tell them what they should be doing, and they don't do it or they don't lose weight. It's going to happen. If you are losing weight or you have lost weight, you will have people come up to you and ask you for advice and ask you for tips, and you can give them all the information in the world, literally all the knowledge you have in your head about it, and it will not help that person. Not because the information you have is bad, not because you don't know what you're talking about, but because it's such a personal thing that it takes a lot of effort, and there's no stopping it. It goes like from when you wake up to when you go to sleep, like that, it's something that you have to do, and it's something that you have to want, right? So that's really, really important, and it's clear that with Ethan here, great screen grab, with Ethan here, like I know it's something that he wants. I can tell that. Is it something that he's willing to put in the work for? I don't know. I want it to work for him. It seems like he's not happy where he's at right now, but no matter if you do Nutrisystem, no matter if you do keto, no matter if you do Slim Fast, no matter if you just even are in a caloric deficit and you're doing it in a quote-unquote healthy way, if you're not fully in and you don't believe that you can do it, it's not going to happen. It's just not going to happen.